played Jet in a really long time. Last time, April in 2023 up against Cloud9.
What do we got? Crew on defense, NRG on attack, and whoa, Prius is flying around the map. Absolutely sending it.
When we saw it in the past, and
Oh
sometimes
no, tell me they realize they're in third person.
But there's no time like the present to find some of that success. NRG, you mentioned it.
Oh, they have no idea.
Need
Prius, look at your main monitor. Surely.
Good ball rolling on the attack side. They get onto B for free.
The craziest
thing about
all Alza takes him out.
Is while we were talking about that, there was pings in CT and T spawn actually. So crew were aware that FNS was in spawn
they get a free site.
And Melzer got the kill and flushed them out. Now it's a 4v5.
I like this though. They're taking a lot of map control. Victor can definitely win this. Dude, this info is huge. Yeah, but he should be playing the crossfire. Surely, just go back to site and then wait for Victor.
Trying to keep things close. I mean, look at the health bars. They're all so weak. They're all so low. NRG looking really comfortable in this pistol, but Crashies is weak. Vic is too. Time is short, though. And for Crew, you've got to go, and you've got to go fast. Heat's Ghost. Is that going to be enough to clean things up?
Very nicely played.
Salmo 3 is NRG get the pistol.
It was scrappy, but NRG, a good response to take all of that CT area after FNS dies there. Had NRG not done that, they're very limited on the space that they can play, and we've seen so many teams crumble when they just opt to play in that back site, especially in a 4v5.
Did I see the Twitter drama with the NRG coaches? No. Do I even want to? Do I even want to see it?
In CT like that, it's just too many angles that you have
the
to worry
FNS
about.
hate is overrated, as in too many people are hating on him. I mean, yeah, but it's also kind of, and I'm not calling him out. I'm just saying it. When you have a watch party that's called Fraud Watch, you probably can't be playing like the people you've been calling out.
And he played pretty well.
that's the issue. That's the big issue. You can't have a. And not that he's flaming people for calling him out. He's probably expecting it, but do you get what I'm saying?
So he can really do some damage into this game, but they're running into another stack.
This doesn't. You got to expect it. I guess is what I'm saying.
Melser's got a shorty. Kesnit's got a Marshall, but he's not even on the site.
Yeah, you're so right. No gun, no really set utility here. It's basically a full save other than Kesnit buying that gun. Now turret just being used.
MTA has his dart. Try to light things up, but Vic,
that's a Vandal.
That's an upgrade for MTA as he strikes with a second.
Holy, what a huge kill.
But Kesnit now, a 1v2 Psalm is weak.
That's smart. Okay,
Never saw him.
A little bit costly. Little bit costly, especially with how they approach these rounds. They lose 3 guns.
It wasn't too clean. They ran into another stack and they're getting punished for it. How many times are they going to keep getting lucky, I guess you could say, in these scenarios? When you run your head into a wall, eventually it will take you out, knock yourself out. So it's going to be a scrappy buy for NRG on this bonus, and a lot riding on Victor right now, who has the only Vandal.
Crashies has a Guardian, but you're right on the other side.
Hey, that's a lot of info on this one.
Much more firepower.
Still just disrespect the smoke though. Kind of nice. Ethan.
Here we go. It's the exchange.
Very close. So it's gonna be interesting moment because Ethan, like, if you're pressing tab, you hear him take the orb, and you look at that, you're like, well, most likely we're expecting some kind of double default, and they want to use the ult into this.
Somebody could, walk up.
Could potentially see Jet heavy lean.
That triple will pay out.
Yeah, I also think given the KJ setup that they have on B, I can't imagine Crew are going to want to take some of this space.
You think FNS retires off this run? Nah, I don't think so.
A nano as well.
FNS is a good IGL.
I like this from NRG though. They're taking some of their utility
It's
away.
a mix of not enough time and brutal meta.
But all eyes are set A.
Yeah, this is good calling right now from the side of NRG. Good mid rounding. If this door is broken by FNS, it'd be disaster for Crew, but they're gonna jump the gun on Cat.
I think the fact that that drone just saw finesse mid and didn't see much more should be
4 people on site. Knife hits too though.
They have everyone here.
What a shot.
A quick punish.
Vic never even landed. As the rifles for Crew, the early ability to arrive on the scene is the difference maker. Finesse is able to punish with this one.
Time is
but
low.
The turret, I guess the peskiest of them all. With 13 seconds left.
Again, they did really good damage on this one, though. I like this from KRU. The nitro smoke was good.
Even though it didn't go as planned.
See that damage is really good.
I felt like the mid-rounding was good. I feel like FNS set up the round pretty good in general. Just the key factor is after that drone connects in the mid, I think NRG jumped the gun a little too early, speeding up into catwalk. A lot of the players on KRU Visa, they're going to be ready for that. They're going to be ready for the speed up. That's why you already saw a bunch of players backing up, anchoring into the actual A site. And Ethan, yeah, he hit 2-3 players with that dagger, but that Omen smoke on site from Melzer was already out and in full effect. Cover going out. If that door gets broken, that B market door gets broken, that leaves at least 2 players in B.
Yeah, that
and
is
now
good.
You have better odds.
Cool little shock setup at the very beginning of the round to clear the alarm bot mid, and instantly KRU have to snap back that way. They're so fast.
Yeah, the judge here might be strong. Okay, the tower, drone sees it.
Oh, he didn't know anyway.
Oh, that's a one-shot.
Vic falls, the judge again causing problems.
And then they peek off middle.
Paranoia. They're gonna have to
whoa, shots, man. Whoa, okay, they hit some huge shots. Can't believe that judge one-shot him as well from that.
Melzer,
a very nice round from them.
With that judge.
Dude, they were not expecting a killjoy deep bottom and middle, but like, can't even blame them.
Look at that moment. That KO Molly isolates anybody from the right to deal with. Melzer in that moment, all he has to do is look left, shy, in that entire fiasco of things happening. He already had walked down into bottom mid to re-clear all that space. So do NRG identify that KRU are playing in this way, and do they make an adaptation? It's been instantaneous re-clears from the side of KRU.
And I think NRG have tried playing in those timing windows. I mean, you think about, they tried striking as the re-clear was happening mid.
KRU are
It's not like they're not playing around them, but again, I think it...
they are
mentioned it on the desk.
playing with a lot of confidence.
Like NRG lacked the firepower, and I think we're seeing some of that here.
Yeah, it's not only that, but the team cohesion right there. It's Ethan trying to walk in alone. Yeah, he finds the timing on Melzer. But an insta trade happens and no one even remotely close to follow up. So it's NRG right now that are trying to win the match this half off of heroics. And to be fair, it's still early on in this half, but these last couple of rounds from KRU, they've looked so clean.
I think you're right. It is early. It's also the unfavorable side. Just give you guys a little bit of...
Wimler 01 with the tier. Wimler 01 with the tier 1. Thank you for the 5 months, man.
Shy one away from his lockdown.
Appreciate that. We've got late knife that lands over towards A.
On the defensive side of Ascent.
Yeah, it's so good. Crashies does have the Hunter's Fury to answer. And it's this little weird mind game where you have to
at the moment,
one or the other.
This is looking pretty good. KRU just set up Kesnid over towards B. Double rotate comes in. Alarm bot.
Uses his ult first.
I think they tried to shock it, but they moved it forwards because it got shocked last round. So it's a good sign from Shy, who's on top of his alarm bot getting hit.
The knife tagging one. Oh, he was right next to him. Big play from Finesse. Able to open up the side a little bit more. There's the Hunter's Fury, but Shy's dead.
And the ult hit him.
So no
Spam.
To worry about. Nothing to think of there.
I'm surprised Som didn't spam that a little bit. I don't know what the comms are like, but it should have been cool.
Succeeded. Crashies is trying to re-clear across the middle of the map. It might not matter. It might not be necessary. Kesnid with the op cannot connect. We're tied at 3.
And I said it, NRG, they're going for solo heroics on these plays. This time around, it's the IGL, the captain, FNS. He solo ran up cat and flanked Heat into that smoke, that door smoke. Such a risky play, but his timing, it was so good. Amongst all the chaos of utility that was flooding the site for NRG, he found that window of opportunity to get that kill and opened up the entire site for his squad.
Now we get into it.
3 rounds.
Got a big round. We start getting the big guns out. We got Odin up. We got 4 ults. And now it should be pretty hard for NRG. But I like the fact they get the attack op out.
Currently posted up mid. Has blades, a lot of ults. I mean, you're 1 pip away from having a full stack of ults on the defensive side.
Yeah, not much to work with from the side of NRG. You kind of.
And now they find out that the Odin's in play.
That Victor can get some type of pick off of all the commotion you're making on the other side of the map. This drone and Cypher Cage actually baited out Kesnid to leave that A main angle. So now Vic, he will have the advantage if he slowly creeps up here.
Yeah, there's also nothing watching mid. So you're right, kinda has to look at that.
Yeah, Usually, it's the operator that
Oh,
comes
I'm
on
worried
top
for
of these
Melza here.
battles. There it is, Victor. He sees the
And he
elbow,
sends
gets
it
a
with the op.
kill for free.
Following the script and now pushing forward. Has the blades. But there's an op battle up top and Kesnet bests him.
Oh, that was
Now,
an
he's the one with
insanely
blades.
big
Has
knife.
to take a step
And then
back.
do they clear middle for
Suppressed.
FNS?
No
Because
longer
FNS is
playing
giant on
Finesse.
this one because he
On
can
the
kill
late
this all.
lurk. Heat ready for it though. You saw his crosshair turn. It doesn't matter. Finesse
Big
gets
kill
a
from
kill.
it. Dude, big round from
NRG
FNS,
keeping
by the way.
crew back.
Aid
At least
miss,
for now.
but
MTA in one
dude,
v2
big,
was almost
big
messy,
round from him.
but NRG
And that's a
take
round
the
to
lead.
force him to an eco as well.
A flurry of exchanges in Garden, in Catwalk. And again, yeah, FNS besting Heat in that 1v1, just like the previous round. So much relying on FNS. This was a great entry from Victor. A little bit of an overheat, but it's FNS with the impact kills right now.
And it looked like he caught Heat with utility out.
Exactly. His timing has been so good these last two rounds.
That is a really nice. Like,
Basically
hey, shout out to
solo won the
Victor
rounds
here
for the
though.
squad.
Like the only reason all of that can happen is because he's getting that first kill
tough,
and then he's insta dashing in with the op.
Okay, they're in the lead.
He's got a
of this
really good
half. This
understanding
attack
that they're
side
going to be
Ascent,
playing together with
one
the
of the
KO.
hardest attack maps in the game, hands down. Used to be split. Oh, how that's changed.
MTA's playing up real close here.
Oh, Kesnet. He was also playing that one close. Victor spotted him. Wasn't able to connect a shot onto him, but super slow approach. FNS getting info that he is still playing Catwalk. Victor got info that Kesnet was in market last, and I think that's why you're seeing a gear up towards A, but Kesnet, his reposition has been great so far.
All he has is a Guardian. Oh, Melser, what are you up to?
He can be so deadly in this spot.
Yeah,
if he's not clear.
they could own this, these two.
Paranoia.
Oh, he's gonna get mollied.
Heat
Right
and
here.
Melza have a chance.
What
Oh,
a great molly.
that is incredible, man. Nicely done from
not
Ethan.
skipping any
Knife
steps
missed
right
the
now.
mark, but it's all
Very
good.
nicely done. Things that you'd expect out of NRG is those little things, right?
But they
Those
have a
little
lot of rounds
micro
already.
decisions,
Like a
making
lot
sure
of
no stone
rounds.
is left unturned.
Super smart play right now.
30 seconds
And
left.
look, FNS's lurks the last couple of rounds have so many members of crew worried about that.
Spike planted.
Kesmet still has a Guardian in hand. You imagine they're going to try to go as the smoke goes down.
Might be able to get this kill. Yeah.
Oh.
Victor, he was on an island right there. No trade to follow up. It's a 3v3, but the crossfire.
People B main, but they don't have
be
smoke,
enough.
so they can play
Got
double
an
B
op
main.
on one side and Odin on the other.
Oh, risky play to pull out the dart in that scenario, and he gets punished because of it. But Sam,
So
he's
bad.
been cooking right now.
Can MTA do this?
Oh,
Job, bro.
Nice
Fast.
snap from Sam. He gets his third as NRG get another.
little transfer of the operator on a Sam. He pops off in the post plant. He's sitting at 12-3 right now. He's dominating right now. The two new members, the OG members basically, they're the ones that are really keeping this competitive for their squad, making Crew Visa have to commit a timeout.
Big play from Sam there. I think, you know, we've had this discussion so many times about attack side of Ascent and how many rounds are enough. NRG have already gotten to 5. Dre, I think if you're Crew, you've gotten pushed around these last couple of rounds,
Yeah.
right? The flanks from Finesse have been problematic.
I
Sam
mean,
has
it's going to
been
go aggro
up to
towards
his
A
Sam
main.
antics.
It's going to fight A main.
What are the adjustments you need to see out of Crew here?
I think they did a really good job early on of being proactive off the rip. And like, with that proactivity, they're able to stack a site that NRG are gonna hit. Now, they need to just be worried about that one solo lurk of FNS in mid, who the last, I don't know, couple rounds that Crew have had a good read, he's been actually just getting the one up on Heat. Heat needs to live a little bit longer in these rounds. So I'm trying to have Heat maybe take some more passive of fights, passive of angles, and just let the game come to them, because Crew, we saw how good they were when they actually anchored the hits, the executes. They weathered the storm really well with the utility that NRG threw.
I'm expecting these two to
It's when
fight
they're
this
getting
more.
spread apart, where NRG are finding the man-up advantages.
I like this
and
from
time around converting.
NRG. Are we going to expect something similar to what I'm saying? So we're going to
They were successful when
fast
they were down.
he split?
We'll see how they can do it when they're up. Op still in the hands of Vic. Meanwhile, an Odin for MTA. Currently posted a B, as you would expect.
Yeah, and then Odin for crashes as well, so it's kind of scary to spam that default spot at least. That's,
Yeah.
Not fighting
I
over
think that's why you
towards
see
A.
him
I'm surprised.
Repositioning, picking up towards market.
You got to know what's on the other side.
Yeah, they're playing for this as well.
This alarm bot is still up, and it's much more shallow than we normally see.
Now that's knives pop from Vic as well. Vic is gonna get a freebie on a Kaznit there.
And then the little peek to look for the second. The blades up, knives online. Off of the paranoia, he dashes forward, takes the space. You've got two members of crew who are playing on site with a world of hurt beneath them, but the pain comes from the defense. MTA Shy, what a hold!
17
Still
HP.
so much asked of them, but
Dudes, this
Sova
holds. This Odin
That
thing.
was so ridiculous. It's not over
Expecting
quite
change
yet.
from NRG, so they read it.
It's a
Yeah,
1v4
maybe.
though.
And then maybe next round they're going to be fighting over towards A
It
main.
very well might be. Yeah, MTA's weak, but the freeze is so nice.
Be
They know
smart.
they've got him cornered. Crashies has to go aggressive here, try to isolate his gunfight as best as he can, but now he's blind, and now he's dead.
Yeah,
Great
pretty cool.
response from crew.
That was so crazy from Shy.
I
He jump peeked
know you
the
mentioned this
one-way.
earlier when you first switched to
Takes
Cream,
out
but has Liquid
Ethan,
ever come
and
to
then
you for
while that's
actual help with
happening, MTA,
strats?
he locked
The only time I've
downstairs
ever
by
helped
his
Liquid this year
NRG, they
is
did a really
I
good job to the
I
start
helped
of
them
that
out for like
round.
an
I think they paused
hour
at the right
for the
moments.
Gentlemates game.
But it was heroics from crew that saved it. Look at
That's
that.
about it.
Jumping into the one-way and then this.
Bacon
right
will
here from
sometimes
MTA,
be
they just
like,
line
do
up
you think
for
this
him.
is good?
Oh, a little bit of whippage from the knives of Victor.
But other than that, an hour.
NRG, they were set up so well to win that round, but it got stolen away from them.
Which has been Crew's approach. It's been where they have found success so many times in the series. And it seems like that's not changing, at least not anytime soon. You got the alarm bot back up, not nearly as shallow as it was before in the middle of the map. Cam clearing recalled, but the turret B and the nano have already been dealt with, so the only bit of utility that's up right now is that alarm bot mid.
Now you have no dash as well. For
Holy
Kaznit.
hell,
Psalm
all the
commits
ultra
this.
invested into
But
this one. I
Melser
feel
did
sorry
too.
for Som.
Melser's joined the fray. Sam's up by himself. He's got to stay
Som
alive here.
might do it right
As long
here.
as he
Yeah,
can, a
these two need
massive
to
kill
double
from him.
swing this.
They haven't dealt with Melser. Do they even know that he's here?
I'm surprised they didn't swing with the Sovereign that was going off.
Oh, he knows now.
Yep.
Oh.
And now all crosshairs turn his way.
There's
He's
an-
able to get two.
I'm so confused by this round. I feel like everyone misplayed this round.
This
Surely they
time,
knew they was
NRG
back in
learned
sight with the
from
Omen ult.
previous round. I'm so impressed with them right now. They're learning in real
Some
time.
did very
Quick
good on this though,
adaptations
man.
being
Someone's in
made.
like a really
This
rough
time
spot.
around when they get stalled,
He did
and there's
great.
two players back at B, they freeze and they get picks elsewhere. Yeah, Sam was a little risky. He was alone for
Oh,
quite
it
a
was
bit of time
super
on
risky.
site, but
I'm
he
surprised they
won
both didn't double
his
swing with the
1v1.
Sovereign going off. But
He did what he needed to, and again, it was all
there was
finesse
a
setting him up,
6
right? We talked about the cam, how it cleared the
Ethan
turret,
right?
popped the nano, and then they were able to commit once they saw there's no one else
Because
there.
they cancelled, I think,
But that's
the
still, I mean, Dre
at least
was
third shot of
successful,
the
but it could have been
Sova
really
ult.
bad.
They even had a
Melser
nice
could have
ult
won
on
the
that, I'm
round by
pretty
himself.
sure.
Yeah, he could have. Had he peeked out earlier. So there's still a little bit
Maybe
of
it was
disconnect
Heat,
in
I'm not even sure.
communication, perhaps,
Dude, they
for
put a
NRG.
lot of ults into this
But
crew. Those are
they've been
giant rounds.
Starting off these last couple rounds, great. I feel like they've been getting the first blood quite a bit. Of course, it gets traded. Faster
Naturally.
first.
Yep.
Yep.
But again, for Crew to, or for NRG, excuse me, to have won 6 on the attacking side is a big win. Or at least it should be. Conventional wisdom would suggest
Wow.
that's
Hey,
snappy.
go on.
What a one tap from FNS.
Yeah,
Roll back
dude,
the
he's
years, brother.
fragging out
Nice
heavy
setting
on
up
this
all the
one.
haters right now. Who can't aim? The problem here is that Heat, I think he's ahead of this one. Crashies gets taken.
All right, let's see what
out. That
happens,
was such
Seth.
a nice shot
How
from
many
Heat.
rounds?
That's the spike down right now.
Huge
And
kill.
the knife is going to confirm that there's nobody else coming in from spawn. This is a really nice play up from Sam. You've got to be cautious, though.
Very confident
He
this
gets away
flash
with
hit.
it.
You have to. There's no other choice in the round. You got to commit.
Big play. The thievery there keeps the round alive for NRG.
Hey, sometimes you just got to pump
Doable.
that chest
Let's
out
see
and
where the
go
flash
for
from
it.
Ethan goes.
Numbers the way of the defense, though. What do you have? Ethan has a flash.
Might be able to set up Psalm for a little counter punch. Up.
There goes the flash.
Flash for flash. Still advantage for Crew right now, but this little peek.
Oh.
How does he get both? How does
Okay,
he
nice
get
shots
both?
from
Heat
Heat.
with 3 on the round.
Nice shots from
Little
Heat. Dude, imagine they
nasty
get
transfer
7.
right
7 on
there,
attack
huh?
would be pretty huge.
Psalm, he connected onto one player in the smoke while he was trying to transfer onto Heat. Who knows? If the bullet connects onto Heat, they probably convert that round, but it's another round for Crew. And they're staying into this one, but 6 rounds, that's so good for NRG.
Yeah, they just weren't able to convert on the numbers. Crew played that as well as they could.
It feels like KRU only win the rounds where they just dual middle.
Transfer was almost there.
Because pretty much what Babybay said, when they get proactive in this area, then that's when they won the rounds.
They need the help from the
when
squad.
they chill,
Honestly, when you're winning,
get Exect on, then they lose.
Like this, you're doing a lot of things right. They look way better.
What are we setting him for? Is the Hiko?
On this attacking side, that's for certain.
A 7-5 half.
Yeah, we got a Hiko.
Such a gift.
Seriously, you can even afford to lose the pistol
Then
at that point.
when the ult doesn't hit over towards tree, and you do this. Oi. Okay. That's why people still use it 4 years later. The Hiko ult is unbelievable.
A really nice half for NRG, man.
This is the scary side of NRG. When they turn up like this and they look fundamentally sound and the players are popping off, when FNS is dropping bombs on you, it's the scariest squad you could play up against, and another lurk kill for FNS.
I think part of the problem is it hasn't been scary all stage. This is the first time we see them look like this. A 7-5 on attack on Ascent.
It smashed him in this half, really. 7 on attack. Could be way
Winning
too much.
a lot of good rounds. The setup to the early game was great. The mid-rounding was great from NRG. They probably could have scrapped
14 to 6, 12 to 7.
What a great half and a good buffer that they are able to work with now.
Oh, we got a raid boss.
It feels like some of the heroics and some of the, I guess, fortunate plays, whatever you want to call them, that weren't going their way on
that was
Split
impressive.
are starting to come through in a massive way on Ascent. I think about Crashies and that 2K he was just able to get off the Hunter's Fury.
Seriously.
You don't often find that level of
on a
success,
more normal
so for him
comp.
to get 2 there, essentially securing the round is really nice. We'll see what the Death thinks of that first half. Akeem, take it away.
Thank you so much, Doug. Well, it appears NRG have awakened on Ascent, and specifically, Sam and FNS have been activated.
Dude, the brain fog has cleared.
Yes.
They are seeing clearly more than 3 kills on FNS. Som is our first one up this
Damn,
guy.
dude.
He's dominant again.
Can't escape
my
it.
streamer feels strong, man. This is it. This is what you were looking for if you're an NRG fan.
No, this was the guy who was the best controller in North America last year in 2023, and finally seeing
Dude, what's the hat
some
then?
of that. And I mean, same with FNS. Obviously, he's not been individually great so far in stage 2, but he's stepping it up here. These timings, the flanks were really nice, and as an IGL, big credit to him. It's those attack round the win rate you were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Being up on attack rounds on Ascent, a defensive sided map, super good.
You're gonna be feeling real good about that. And Finesse, I mean, this guy had to pull up the full screen stat card. Up to 12 kills. Oh my goodness, FNS is doing it finally on the board. But it's looking primed and ready. We were talking about, I was mentioning, could have been a firepower problem, you know, for this squad, and whether Victor was going to be up to scratch against a player like Kesnet. But so far, they've been keeping the game plans very simple, very clean, and guess what? It's working.
Exactly.
Lug mug, yeah.
We're just
Much? No,
back
I
to
mean, this was
basics.
handmade.
Stuff that these guys have all played a
where's the
million
camera?
times over. This is a map that FNS has called on a million times over, with this comp a million times over. Knows it like the back of his hand. There's a reason they can be
Hand-drawn
successful on
slugs.
attack here. They've just stripped the
It's
game
a match.
back down to the fundamentals. And
Give me
they're
that.
doing excellently
Give me that drawing the slug.
100%.
Give 50 of them out.
From an IGL, one that can frag
I
out.
made
And we're
dudes
gonna
in-
send
as in I
things
made it.
back to our casters for the second half.
Thank you so much. An impressive performance.
But I'm
for
starting
NRG.
to look into
Yes,
much, though.
Again, the attack side, they come out on top at half, which is very rare to see.
On
And
the
way
list,
they did
it's
it, as Brent
happening.
was mentioning, was back
What a
to
lot of
basics,
off-season
back
will
to
be.
keeping things simple. All the questions about firepower are apparently being answered by Finesse and Sam. But honestly, if they keep the standard the way they should, there's reason to think that we're going to sunset.
Yeah, seriously.
What does that
especially now
even mean,
Ethan and
Pansy?
Victor on the defensive side, they're going to be really able to get active. Also, Crashies. He's another defensive
Kesnet,
side
raid
goat
boss.
on a map like Ascent. He's
Victor,
had so
raid
many
boss.
impactful performances where he's dropped 20 bombs, 30 bombs, and mainly on that defensive side. So a lot to look forward to for NRG right now.
But I do think if I can cast a shadow the other way, is that if there's someone to look forward to, it's going to be Kesnet on the attack. The guy's been raid bossed right now. He has light armor, he has a ghost in hand, and he has a kill on Vic.
Yeah, that's why they do that for him. These two players in hell.
Don't
FNS
send it free,
and
you can
Sam,
wait.
The duo in tandem, they get caught with utility.
You gotta send
out,
it
and he
free.
cleans them up for free.
both drop.
Look at that.
Ooh.
What a shock dart.
Nice.
To basically even the numbers.
But now he's left in a 1v2 and he's locked out of the sight. The door fades away and now Crashies goes forward. Shy commits to the plant. Top fragging for crew at half. First it was the door, now it's the one-way. Crashies with no easy way in. It's uncomfortable.
Yeah, and once this one-way starts fading, the players of crew are going to be looking towards this door, and that's why he gets taken out. A pistol round win from the side of crew, answering back. What a job well done from the side of crew. He got so much value here in Hell, cleaning up those 2 kills, and Ethan and Crashies, they tried their best to retake that. It was a 2v4 retake they had to commit into.
And it worked. They've invested big here. 4 rifles.
Yeah, they're a lot of death.
All light armor. This could be scary. It's not going to be a gamble stack from the side of NRG though. Or maybe it will be. Oh!
Whoa, okay. That means full flash.
Shot, huh?
There's one of them. Again, Sam answering the call.
Yeah, not to do that's nice.
The
You
dash is gone.
yeah,
They will be
literally
able to
that.
cycle this gun onto Shy.
That on the dash, you know that they can't get through the choke points anymore, so now they're gonna start looking at this. No, they're coming middle.
And the weird thing is once you get dropped like that early on, you kind of want to group up, and that can work against you in moments like this.
Dude, if I'm NRG here,
but they're picking the right
I'm
side.
free mid. I'm going free too.
NRG have
free
left
this
that
side too.
area.
No, you know they go middle.
Oh, NRG are going to be ahead of this one unless there's another pivot towards Catwalk.
Yeah, but with what guns, man?
Yeah, true. It is a pivot as well. This is a play out of the book I thought NRG should have done when that door gets put up. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. But I love this too. There's an additional layer to this. They freeze the round. So now the knife goes out back B, but Sam has not moved an inch.
Interesting choice.
Oh, I mean,
to
NRG have gambled pretty well here.
It's because there was only one hit.
Yeah, and they hear them go into sight.
That dagger. Oh, a little bit of a whiff from Ethan.
Oh, it's a great nade. It's good flash for back of sight. Double swing.
Up. That pop flash could be deadly.
The nade was really nice. Crashies is on the swing as he gets 2.
Down B.
Another mess.
Okay, huge from NRG. That's such a good read on this after the first kill. Like, everyone to go back over towards B was very, very cool.
Sam getting that 1D, that one sheriff headshot.
That dude is if he killed the Jet as well. That's sick.
Placement was immaculate.
No one
He's sitting at 16
no one
and
tries to
7,
go through choke points after that.
Of all players.
That was NRG's first thrifty of the entire series. And that's going to make things so much more difficult for crew because they have to find success on attack. You look at their entire year, their win rate on attack on Ascent is pretty poor.
Dude,
37%.
I feel like
you don't expect teams to be winning on it anyway,
Americas and EMEA teams get 50 a hell of a lot more than Pacific teams. I don't know if I'm
made it way harder on themselves.
Thinking that. Like, Pacific teams will always do the one ghost go scout.
Really good work so far from NRG. To deal with that aggressive
like
play.
everyone
Man,
does it.
Decisions they're making here. They continue to put tools in the hands of Shy.
But here I see so much risky stuff.
Meltzer's frenzy, I mean, surely can't stand in the face of.
Paybrex, yeah, Paybrex.
No way.
Paybrex do their own thing, man.
Yeah, Finesse cleans him up. NRG gets a 9, and I mean now crew are back on rifles. Maybe they find some success here.
Victor and Crashies, they're starting to heat back up into this game. Victor, he's got to be net positive. He was what?
Dude, how on earth did crew do this?
Something
going
like
into
that,
this half, something of the sort. Now he's about to be positive. Yeah, you can be so enabled on the Jet on the defensive side. Even Ethan getting in the mix of things. You saw him in that thrifty round. That pop flash from Spawn, yeah, he didn't connect and get any chip damage on the players going stairs, but that flash is so deadly. It's almost way too devastating.
Careful here. Oh, he manages to get away.
Down mid.
Amidst the barrage of bullets, he dashes to safety.
Wait, that's a giant win. But the dash out of him.
He's going back for a second dip, isn't he?
I like this from Victor. This is a play that I don't see him do too often on the Jet.
Monkey Meatloaf,
Nice
thank you so much for the gifted, man.
In his own right on this Jet.
Thank you for doing that.
You see how insane Jet on the defensive side can be. Now he opts to
Yeah, they
get
know
off that angle, get into
he
heaven.
dashed middle,
Another
so he
good
can't dash out
reposition
anymore.
From Victor.
Kesnet will be the tip of the spear. Without a dash, though. Without any armor. Without a dart. Health.
Not anything.
He's just dealt with. They're walking into the crosshairs of NRG here. This is such an effortless looking hold.
Seriously.
Summer's had a really good map. Really, really good map.
They look easy breezy for the side of NRG. This is their map pick for a reason. I guess Split was KRU's map pick for a reason as well. But man, NRG look way better on this map of Ascent. The way that they're even playing off of one another. And I think it's familiarity, yeah. Every single member on this team has played this comp before. Victor's played Jet a ton on this map. Before they had Demon 1 in those trials in the start of this year, he was the one that was filling in on that duelist role. Yeah, there were some other tryouts.
That shock hurts, man. Right in the
They can't.
beginning. And now the
Can't be trying
spam.
that.
Not connecting.
Yeah, he gets counter spammed by Sheriff, but still doesn't take him out too much for wear.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good
Victor, who's
shot.
so proactive
Punked him.
right now with that
Broke the
operator.
drone.
He's really confident. That's why we saw him hopping on the Neon in the last map. This time around, he was able to have a warm-up already beforehand. That's why he's popping off right now on the defensive side. And Sam, he's gonna have to pop off here.
Gonna eat a
KO
flash.
pop flash. Could be disaster for him.
It's often a mess.
There it is, he's gotta get out.
Turn, the smoke goes up. He finds some safety. Nicely done, but I think
Dude,
recruiting
Omen flash for your team here.
was the space, and they found it.
Oh, weird round.
Early op shot right there, but the knives to follow up. Goes 1 for 1.
Uh-oh.
FNS. So worried about mid, he gets caught from Garden, but it's Ethan and Sam. The side anchors, what can they do?
A 2v2 now. Ethan's so weak. 18 HP. Mouser with a rifle in hand. He does too.
No way.
Everything
It's
that
on his
game
head
is
as well.
nice.
Did so much damage.
30 seconds
That one
left.
tick.
Heat, do you have another miracle in you? Do you have another big moment?
Crashy still has
Fishing
drone.
out. This might be too much to ask for. He
Yeah,
doesn't get
that's
tagged by it
devastating.
though.
But they've spotted him. They know where he is. The reposition. Managing to dodge the first shock.
Man, if he is aware of this catwalk flank, this would be insanity. He gets the kill, dog.
He's gotten it down to 1. Heat on the snap, but
That was a
again,
really nice try,
it's
man.
Crashies. We'll get NRG to 11.
Yeah, Crashies has the full advantage there, but you just never know when you're up against a player like Heat. He's been so good on this roster. Crashies cutting it a little close right now, huh?
Wait.
He got half sure,
Oh, he's
right?
got it,
Yeah,
he's got
okay.
it.
Holy hell. What do you go for? The off?
Calculated, yeah, he still
Yeah,
has
he's
a
all good.
second and some change. No
Managed
doubt in
to
his
save-
mind.
Managed to save the op. 1 away from his ult. We'll take a look at that again. Steady hands.
Nasty work. That Molly in the beginning, so good, and yeah. Yeah, I mean, he had a chance.
Yeah, he did.
It wasn't an insta-kill there from Crashies. It could be so hard to control the spray when you're not ADS'd with that Odin. But it would have been a miracle shot on top of that. So, KRU Visa is the last timeout for Ascent. And they're down 11-6. NRG still have 2 timeouts to work with and a big buffer. And their economy is insane.
Heat,
Brief moment
yeah,
for
I mean,
Adam,
Heat's
chat with the
done.
troops.
Heat's had a great year, dude.
It's tough.
It's so tough.
I don't even know what to call it.
Removal from MIBR.
They've been getting the first bloods quite a bit on this defensive
Sometimes
side.
sometimes people
Victor's
gotta
been
get
very
kicked
mobile with the
to
op, changing his position
learn and get
frequently,
the
and
hunger.
then still getting value.
I think
on
this
the
might have
actual
been one of
retake
those
when the hits are
situations.
coming through. I mean, do you run into Sam at A site, who's got support from Ethan?
And who's also 20-9
That's what I'm
right
saying.
now. Like, that's certainly not a good choice. And then you're right. It's the op on the other side. And then it's Finesse's utility.
Exactly. So the crazy thing now is NRG
Chat,
shut down
relax,
this
son.
A-hit
They
so
put in-
many
they put in
times,
so
and
much
now they
time.
can
Of course they
afford
look
to play
tired.
This core of the fighting squad is what I like to call it, the double
Yeah,
initiator jet.
that's a good sign. It's a good sign that
Towards the
they're
beat.
going all in. They're giving
And that's why
everything.
you see FNS setting up trips for Sam at A. The likeliness of KRU going back to A site with everything that we just stated is so low. So they're playing the odds to their advantage right now.
Kazna pops the blades immediately. And just as quickly. And ult is
Can't
exchanged.
dash out for a little bit though.
It's just so free, huh?
There's just no way in, man. There's really no way in.
Oh my god, he
He's
anked
brought
him with that.
brought back into the fold.
I cannot use that.
But I mean, Kesnet's blades were a big part of the equation there.
Yep. Super readable though. FNS, if you're gonna play into his hands like that, it's over for you. It's not over for this series though.
But it might be over for this map if KRU don't find success here. They've got to find a way to convert.
I mean, they can't get an attack round,
But again,
really.
I'm reminded of the struggles they've had on the attacking side of Ascent. And yes, everyone has them, but it's just tough.
Yeah, nightmares of that playoff. I feel like it was Lev who kind of dismantled the momentum that crew had in that stage 1 going into playoffs.
Didn't even want to
Awkward
shoot.
exchange right there. But this crossfire in mid might be
This
too
looks a
deadly.
bit too much over
He's sitting
towards
at
middle.
14 HP. That dagger's gonna connect. Oh, free kill for FNS. The
Yeah, a
setups
little
are
flash.
too good. Cam to
Don't give him a
follow
little
up.
flash.
And the spike now sitting on the ground.
Yeah, this is too much.
Yeah, good luck getting through that.
One enemy
MTA
remaining.
falls, Shy does too. NRG
10 seconds
presumably on
Yeah,
that
it looks
point
comfy
here.
for all the players on NRG.
Yeah, it has to be. There's 5 seconds left. Yeah, Finesse gets taken out, but Crashies follows it up, and he's got 100
Right,
Fury
6
on
chances
top
to
of
end
that.
it. Yeah,
You
it's pretty much
mentioned
what I
in the
said.
previous round the money
Just looks
that NRG
comfortable.
have to play with. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Money, 2 timeouts still. They've been in full control of this map from start to finish. And it was just too obvious.
One enemy
You
remaining.
shut a team down so many times at A. So many different ways that you shut them down as well. There was cat splits, there was A main hits off the rip, delayed ones as well. I mean, they're going to try B at some point of the match.
Right, and it's often going to be on the other side of a timeout when nothing else is worth.
Exactly.
And here
So
comes the
Crew on their
EG,
last leg
the
on
classic.
Ascent. Shy has an ult, but he also just got a pepper. Down to 9 HP, no armor.
Yeah. That was from Catwalk, right?
I believe so.
That Odin spam.
Yeah, it had to have been.
Oh, that was
Absolutely
nice.
obliterated.
Again,
Dude, even
Keznit
with the
has
crouch
unfortunately
peek,
been a non-factor
Crouch peeks
on this
normally
attacking
are
side.
insane these days.
The duality of
I rarely
Jet.
see a crouch peek lose a
Sucks
swing,
that.
I swear.
I mean,
Everyone's
played
pre-aim
that
normally
perfectly
gets
as he
wrecked
could.
from it.
That's
That
the
was
second
that
shot.
was an
It's not
impressive
settling.
adjustment.
Spike down.
Finesse
B.
continuing to frag.
Give him a corpse. Guess he gets it.
He gets his 2. Shy still alive. And there's the lockdown.
Crashies all, or
He
he's
has to
just
give
gonna
some of his
send
space
it.
back up.
Sure.
He's just playing in there. Tries to find a way out.
No
He
way he
does.
even got out of there with 13 HP.
One enemy
2 members
remaining.
here.
was gonna
Sam
say,
left in
that's nuts.
1v2. To close the map out
Okay,
again,
honestly, I like that.
reminder, shots
Sorry, I
so
like that
weak.
Crashies didn't use
Passes
his ult
for a
here
long
because
time.
they can just make sure it's around where they secure
Spike
it.
planted.
Bit of a 3-on-3.
Can he pull it off? This almost feels like a 1v1.
Yeah, he's got a smoke, a paranoia, and a TP, so he might be able to do some finessing on the actual site. Gets spotted by that alarm bot, and he's taking his time.
Plenty of armor,
Whoa.
plenty of health. But
So
a nice
about
shot from Melzer.
9,
keep
5
Crew
HP.
alive.
That little fadeaway wallbang. If he doesn't connect that headshot, it's surely over. He was sitting at 5 HP. But there needed to be an answer. And what a way to do it. It was Heat going up mid solo. That was the big gap there. NRG were not aware of it. They focused so many resources trying to get FNS out of B main. But they forgot that one blind spot. He was able to get the flank around, secure the round. But NRG still up 5 rounds, still on match point.
And again, I look towards Keznit. He's tried. I mean, he's trying to take
Ooh.
space. He's trying to find kills.
That was
Vic
nice,
falling first
dude.
here.
DP across middle.
Keznit has
Sick.
died
Big round to
first
do
in
it.
the 7 rounds that they played on attack. He's died first in 4 of them. So if your Jet is not the one to be able to create space and be that spark, be that go, I mean, of course you're gonna struggle.
Yeah, and it's not like he's even dashing on the execute. Like, he's dying before even getting that dash out. That's the key difference, right? It's to be known. You play this map on the attacking side, you dash in, everyone's looking at you, and you die, but you have follow-up.
Right.
But he's been getting picked off in these mains, or whether it be going mid to B, with no real answer back, like no real trading. Such a hard map against fortified defenses. Cypher, he can be
Double
so
kill
annoying
trip.
to deal with as well. those
Double kill
trips.
trip.
I'm sure
A
they make you play a little
recon.
bit differently as the Jet as well.
Oh, and Odin.
Good shocks this time around. Good molly to get Crashies off the angle, but this dart can be deadly. Ethan, the double Odin.
Yeah, the double Odin might
There's
just
that
clean up
fast
here.
forward, Keznit falls again. You're right, the overwhelming pressure of the Odin is just too much. Finesse is going to be on the
Yeah,
flank.
now this is the round where we see
Armor
the
will
serve
spot
roll.
him. But Crew, no real way to worry about or pay attention to or
Oh.
give credence to what's happening behind them.
Wait.
They have to focus
Wait.
on what's before
Wait.
them. MTA on the swing, Crash, he's dead.
Last player
A 2v2,
standing.
it's all on Finesse now. Crew survive for
And they got it all out of them?
Melzer swings into FNS at
Yeah, he wanted to ult the plant, right? But no one had him in the corner planting.
That one. That's a pretty risky play to make. FNS, he's left contemplating what went wrong in that round. And it was this start from Melzer. Beautiful entry. You can't hear that Omen teleport from so far away. This setup was really good. That was a trip and a dart from Crashies and FNS that set up that round. But MTA with that push in the spawn. It can be so hard to hear those footsteps when you're popping your Hunter's Fury. And although Kesnit's having a pretty lackluster performance on this map, it's nice to see the man in smiles.
Mortal Motions, thank you so much for the 7 months.
You mentioned NRG had full control. They hit
Overall not cancelled. I mean, he just, that was like a whole round down sound, right? Didn't hear the guy planting, so he didn't know he should be ulting, and didn't hear the guy running at him.
That's insane, by the way.
But can they get it over the finish line?
And to be fair, their strength of schedule was pretty tough. The teams that they had to play up against. But again, it's the nature of the game. You got to beat everybody if you want to be the best. And it all starts here.
Yo, y'all reacting to the dogs goes crazy. NRG on a lighter buy.
Yeah, Crew finally broke the economy of NRG. If they're able to win this round and win it clean, maybe a follow-up in the next, that all of a sudden puts you on 11, because NRG will be on a bad buy at that point. But Sam, he's had 20 kills. He's been kind of quiet because Crew haven't really ended at A. Let's see if they keep that up. Find Sam and go the other way. That's been the game plan lately for Crew.
Shadows traveling.
That's a little dart there, unexpected, tagging on a Melzer.
A deeper
A little bit
recon
of early
though.
info, but so much time left in the round to adjust.
This is the adaptation from
I
the
guess
timeout
they
from
lose
NRG.
aggro over towards 8. They want to quickly take
See if
over
there's
towards
anyone
middle.
in A main. There was nobody there whatsoever. Now you're able to reposition, put Sam's focus elsewhere. I say that as he opts to go back into the A site and anchor it. And these A site holds, they were so good for NRG.
Scared of a judge close.
Crew haven't answered this time around. Something tells me they don't.
Pretty sure that's what that ult's for.
I mean, the 5 rifles that they have might, though.
No way, Ethan's gonna disrupt this entire hit.
Oh, it was really sick.
Second,
Oh,
but he gets traded out.
I was going
Now
to get out of
MTA
there.
popping the ult. Sam not tagged yet, but he understands where the threat is coming from.
But they still have
They might try to flip into spawn
Victor.
here. Look at Kesnet on the minimap. Crashy's ready for it. And he bets him with a
I mean,
Sheriff.
Victor wins this round.
Victor's in such a good spot. They're going to thrifty their way into closing this map.
30 seconds left.
Just when it seemed like Crew had everything
Yeah,
going
Slum's
for
doing
him.
so
You
good
were
buying
right,
time
Trey.
as well. Can they double swing at the same time?
didn't have
Oh
enough
my
for
god,
the
he got
hold.
that.
Spike down.
And so Shy is the last thing standing between
Oh
NRG
my god, what a
and
round
their
from him.
first map win of the split, and it could not have come at a better time.
Hey, very nice.
Must need win. Must need it for their own mental.
Yeah,
for
just
the
to get a map on the
organization, for
board.
themselves. They
That's
needed
very
that one
true.
bad.
Makes
And
him
it was
feel
very
way
convincing.
better.
13-8 win.